Welcome to the GSN Newsroom. Today I'm talking to Jamil, the CEO of Monumental Minerals, which is developing raw materials for the global energy transformation. They have a rare earth project in Mexico and two lithium projects in Chile. Welcome, Jamil.
Hi, thanks for having me on today.
Really nice to see you there. Where are you? What's going on in Chile now?
So I am about 40 kilometers outside of San Pedro de Atacama. I'm just coming back from a site visit to Laguna Blanca with a couple of our contractors. Great visit, great day, great time to be looking at some rocks and to be looking at the salar, the brines. Really, really happy with how things went today.
Well, I know now you've got two lithium projects in Chile, but since you're close to Laguna Blanca, let's focus a little bit on there. Where are you with your development timeline? What work has been done on the property? What work is planned?
So previously, Lithium Chile did a lot of work. They did some geophysics. They did geochemistry, including soils and brines, near surface brines. Since we entered into our joint venture agreement with Lithium Chile, we have done shallow brines as well, and some sediment samples. Results have come back very positive. Particularly for the brines, we've seen concentrations up to over 400 milligrams per liter of lithium, and that's also. I should also mention that those samples were collected during the winter months here, where there is some precipitation. So we have seen some dilution of the brines near surface. So the results have been very good. And kind of moving forward, our plan is to drill as soon as we can. Now we're in discussions with the local communities here. We have the utmost respect for these communities and their members, and we want to make sure that these community members they become like our partners as well. And we want to make sure that we do the proper consultation with them before we start drilling.
So Chile is what I would consider a mature mining jurisdiction. The conversation is not, do we like mining? The conversation is, what is an equitable revenue share? They have a lot of elections. They've just had an election, and also, I think, an important constitutional referendum. How did these events affect Monumental's plans in Chile?
So you're correct, Guy. On September 4th, there was a general vote to whether to accept or reject the new constitution. The vote was resoundingly to reject that. And so what they're doing is they're going back to the drawing board. They're going back to the table to come up with different constitutional aspects that the people want to see.
Jamil, can you tell me about the 7,000 hectare addition to the Laguna property? How did you get that additional land? How much did you pay for it?
So the addition to the Laguna property, that was when we had gone out to do our first site to visit. Before visiting the property, we had some spectral work done, some satellite spectral work done, and what it showed was some very interesting targets that looked like there was lithium prospectivity in different parts of the salar. And so we worked with Lithium Chile to stake these claims, and now they become part of the project. So we're very excited to have this much larger land package. In addition to the drilling on the original package, which has the geophysics, we will continue to work on this new package with more geophysics, some geochemistry, and then get to drilling.
Is your understanding that the additional package is part of the same lithium system, part of the same salar?
That's what it looks like. So what we've seen with the geophysics, that's what it looks like, that it continues outside of the original claims.
Jamil, I noticed on the results from Laguna Blanca that you have significant quantities of cesium. Can you tell me, what is cesium? What are the demand drivers? How might it affect the future economics of a monumental mine?
That's a very good question, Guy. I mean, so cesium, it's a rare metal, not a rare earth, but a rare metal, which is dominantly used by oil and gas companies for deep sea drilling. So this would be, North Sea drilling. companies like Halliburton, Schlumberger, BP, that would all be users of cesium as cesium formate. And there's only really one company and one mine in the world that supplies 90% of the world's cesium. So they really got a corner on the market. We have cesium up to 700 parts per million in the sediments, and what we've seen is that cesium can be very easily leachable. Compared to the hard rock cesium that most of the world's cesium, or hard rock mineralization where most of the cesium comes from. So we see that this might be a real opportunity to add to the economics. I'm currently in talks with some people at the University of British Columbia and with some market researchers to come up with a plan for the cesium and to really understand exactly what sort of economics we'd be looking at and exactly how easily extractable the cesium is. Like I said, from some very rudimentary tests, it came back quite positive and it was quite easy to extract. But we want to do something a little bit more specific and a little bit more scientifically controlled.
A recent release, it caught my eye that you have brought on a company called Ocean Wall as I think, corporate and strategic advisor. Who are Ocean Wall? What is their business model and what is their role with Monumental?
So Ocean Wall is helping us out with investors, introducing us to investors in Europe and specifically in the UK. They're there to help. That's one of their primary roles, but then they also can help with corporate management, and they can provide some guidance in terms of those aspects as well. And actually, in fact, one of the employees from Ocean Wall, Nikki Grant, is on the site visit with us. So she's actually out here as well. She flew in from London to come see the projects in person. I think that's really important for anyone who wants to talk about the project to investors, is to actually see them and walk the ground so that they really understand what it looks like and where it is and the climate and access and so on.
Update from the GSN newsroom. Apparently, Jamil Sater, the CEO of Monumental Minerals, only has 2 bars of cell phone reception out in the Atacama desert. So the interview ended abruptly, but we look forward to continuing to follow the Monumental story in Chile, where they have 2 large lithium brine projects within the lithium triangle, the Laguna Blanca project and the Turi project, a bit north of it.